ready to go. And yes, let me know what is your expectation. As we start, let me just do this, a very quick roll call, yeah? Where are you joining us from? Just drop that in the chat. I'll be happy to say. Yeah, great. We're on YouTube. I'm about to drop the link. Let it start streaming, and then I set it ready to go. Yes, and there we go. I think that is the double. So I'm putting the link of our YouTube channel and the live stream right there. So you can follow us live on YouTube. And yes, now, quick question. Where are you joining us from and what is your expectation this evening? Thank you very much, Jesse, for joining us. There's Agnes. There is, who else is there? There's Kelly, Kilili, Leonard, Karibu sana, Kitili, Leonard. There's Lynette Wuruge. Very much welcome, Tony. There's Winfred. Let me know, what is your expectation this evening? What is your expectation for this evening? If it is easy for you to follow on YouTube, again, there. Jesse Chepkoyi, welcome very much, joining us all the way in Mombasa, which is super good. I'm happy. Let me just put the link again. If you, especially for people if they can't hear. Yeah, so if you can't hear, you can join us on YouTube. YouTube Live. So it's easy, whichever is easy for you, follow us on YouTube Live. There, I've put the link. Agnes joining us all the way in Nyeri. Karibu sana, Agnes. I'm happy to have you around. Who else is here? Motoni also in Nyeri. Oh, today Nyeri is represented fully. This is great. Then I can see Kiki joining us in Nairobi. Karibu sana. I appreciate that. Maybe Kelly, who is Kitili, Leonard. Let me know where you're joining us from. I like keeping time, so I will keep time. Let me check here. According to my stopwatch, we should be able to go live in the next 2 minutes. Yeah, the next 2 minutes. But as we wait, because we said the event is going to start at 7:30, so we'll wait for those who are still joining us. But in the meantime, feel free to drop that in the chat where you're joining us from. Yeah, I'm in Kikuyu County. Yeah, in fact, yeah, in Nairobi, but along Wayaki way. I'm in not Kikuyu County, it's Kiambu County, but yeah, along your way to Kikuyu. So I'll also be happy to know where you are joining us from. It will be good. It will be good. Yeah. And the other thing, maybe I would be happy if you can let me know what is your expectation for this evening. What is your expectation for this evening? Yeah. Because once I'm able to know your expectation, I'll be able to serve you much better. What is your expectation this evening? What are you looking out for? What are you looking forward to learning? And then from there, we'll be able to get started. So who else is here? What is your expectation? Modoni, Kitili, Kiki, Agnes. Oh, I can see Jabali has joined us. Gitura, Karibu sana, you're very much welcome. Moses is also here. Probably Moses, you can't hear us. You might be having some challenges with the audio. So it's easier if you can be able to follow us on YouTube. And if you're following us on YouTube, I'll be happy to know. Just drop it in the chat, say hi. Oh, Moses is following us, joining us all the way in Kampala. Karibu sana, Moses Okori. I appreciate that. I like to see when we are able to go over and above the borders. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And who else is also here? One more person, and then we can be able to start off, because you can see, yeah, actually we are running out of time. In the next less than around 15 seconds, we will be starting off. But I also want to know, what is your expectation when you came? What were you looking forward to learn? As in, yes, you saw the advert, you decided to sign up for this event. I'm sure at the back of your mind is something that you wanted to know. There's something that you felt like, this is what I want, this to learn this. Oh, I think our time is up. I don't know why the alarm hasn't gone off, but okay. I think it's 7:30. I like keeping time because I respect your time. I also respect the fact that you have set apart other things that you're supposed to do and join us. Let me say welcome very much. This is going to be a great evening of learning. It's going to be an evening where your eyes will be opened. I'm going to share with you some insight that will just change the whole way you think about maybe work, salary, your value in the workplace, and all that. Agnes, I really appreciate the fact that you're saying you want to know how to move from management to project manage, or to move from administration to project management. Ah, good one. I think that will be sorted. That will be sorted. I'll be able to share something in that line. And as we start off, let me say this, yeah. Now, I'm guessing for a lot of you, this is probably not your first seminar, training, or webinar to attend. If you have failed, and I want to mention this as we start, so that you don't take any offense or don't feel like you're in the wrong place. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed to earn more money in the past, it is not your fault. It is not your fault. There's a lot of information out there, and that information can be overloading and confusing. And most of the time, that information overload is what keeps you from success. And it's okay. And if you have been concerned in the past that you just can't succeed in employment, I want you to put those fears to rest. You just need the right person to be able to explain it to you. On the other hand, the society has perpetuated the message that you need to be an entrepreneur for you to be successful. And if you are an employee, you tend to be looked at as a second-class citizen. But I'm here to tell you that most people are better off as employees. They get more satisfied and have higher productivity at work. The big corporations, the education system, the government wants you to think that you need some fancy college degree for you to be successful. I am here to tell you they are wrong. They have their own reasons for wanting you to think like that, but it is not true. If you have ever thought that the government and the education system wants you to fail, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. You know why? Because they want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference with us, is that we actually care and about you and your success, and truly wants to see you living the life of your dreams. So that is what we are here for. I know you have that dream job which will give you the highest satisfaction and utilize your full potential. And I am here to show you how to make that happen in this training session. So my big question to you, are you ready? If you're ready, I want you to drop in the chat and say, yes, you are ready. Are you ready? And let me just give you maybe some heads up from the word go. This is going to be a very, very interactive session. It's not going to be a one-way, yeah? So I want you to interact with me. I want you to interact on the chat. I want you to let me know if you are ready. Yes? If you're ready, that is good. I can see Modoni is saying born ready. Agnes is ready. Who else is ready here? If you're ready, I want you to drop that in the chat. Because again, if you're not ready, then I might doubt why did you then show up. So let's interact. Let's see you being participating. Thank you very much. Jesse saying, yes, I'm ready. Jabali, are you ready? Kiki, are you ready? Oh, Jabali, yes, though I don't have a job right now. No problem. You are in the right place. You will learn. Nixon, you have just joined us. Moses, are you ready? Are you ready? Good to see all of you here. So let me say this. I can see Moses, you're saying you're ready. There's the Norwegian Research Training Institute saying I'm ready. Great to see you there. So let us keep going now with, I wanted to say let's get started, but we have already started, right? Imagine this, yeah, that you are going for an interview, you finish the interview, and the hiring manager tells you the 3 magic words. You are hired at the end of that interview. How would that make you feel? Yeah, you get started working, and 1 month down the line, you receive a payslip that looks like this. Yeah, your basic salary is 180,000. Your house allowance 50,000, medical allowance, commuting allowance, all this totaling up to 270,000. Yeah, it is possible. I want you to just close your eyes and imagine that. Yeah. So as we start off, I want to be clear to you. What does a 6-figure salary mean to you? I want you to let me know in a phrase or two, in a nutshell. Why do you want to get a 6-figure salary? Because I have asked this question to so many people and I get a varied array of answers. And there is no correct or wrong answer. Some it's about financial freedom, some is about giving back to the community, some is about buying the dream house, the dream car, some is about traveling, some is about, I don't know, education for their children. So for you, I want you to tell me in the chat, and I'll actually wait. What does a six-figure salary mean to you? Because if you are not able to articulate what a six-figure salary mean to you, then it means you are almost running after the wind. So I want to help you. Let's clarify that. Let's get that going. I want you to drop in the chat in a phrase or two, 1 word, 2 words, 3 words. What does a six-figure salary mean to you? Because if you don't identify what it means to you, then it will be like chasing after the wind. You don't know. You don't know. Even when you get it, you don't feel satisfied because you're not sure what you were chasing after. So I would be very happy to hear your comments. What does a six-figure salary mean to you? Drop that in the chat and I will be able to read them through. Jabal, you're saying this is granted. It means I will take care of my needs, help others, and still save. Yeah, I think one of the things is that once you get to that level, you are able to do a wide range of things. You are able to save, you're able to spend with your basic needs. You are able to still be able to go out there and help others and still have enough to save for a rainy day. Thank you very much, Nixon. I can see you saying it means uplifting up my living standard. Money is an enabler. It gives you the ability to improve your living standard. Not only you're talking about taking care of various needs. Yes, money is an enabler. So let's make it happen for you guys. When I was planning this training, I was thinking about two groups of people that I wanted to assist. Number one, a professional who is feeling that the lack of a degree is the hindrance to their career progression. So if you're there and you're feeling, only if I had a degree, only if I had a master's, I would really be progressing. Please don't be disappointed. Don't be frustrated. I'm here to help you. And the second kind of person I really want to help is someone with or without a degree, and they're feeling stuck in their career. You are there, you have your qualifications, but you're still feeling stuck. You don't know where to start. Thank you. I can see Kiki, you're saying a six-figure salary will improve your life and others around you. Very true. Your family, your sibling, your children, your spouse. Yeah, it does that. Jesse, to prepares you for retirement. Oh, this is a very big topic. So many people work throughout their life only to get to retirement and they have nothing to retire. So that, I think, it's a good thing that you have also mentioned. The main goal for this session is to show you that the only way for you to get to that six-figure salary, even without a degree or master's, is by acquiring what I call the badass pro skills. Yeah. And the only way you can be able to get these badass pro skills is through a program we call the Badass Pro. But I'll get to that later on. We'll talk more about that. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Mutuku. I am the founder of Career Point Solutions back in 2009 when we started. So far, having gathered like 10, 11 years of experience as a recruiter, career advisor, and also as a professional and personal development coach. On top of that, I'm a certified digital marketer by Google. And among other groups, I'm a very proud member of the League of Young Professionals, also known as LYP. I'm an author of 4 books. The first book I did back in 2016, How to Use Facebook for Profit, and it can enable you to earn even extra cash on a part-time basis. There's another book I published later on called The Blueprint for Success, Guaranteed Steps to Achieving Anything. At the beginning of this year, I gave this book out, and they're actually out there for free. Conquer the Year Ahead, Make Your Next 12 Months the Best Year Ever, and also a guide to writing the perfect cover letter. So you'll be able to get one-on-one sample cover letters for all professionals. I have 2 questions for you before now I start digging deep, because this is what will set the pace for the rest of it. And I want you to be very candid with me. Will you let me be your coach? Will you let me be your guide? If so, say yes in the chat. And I want you to give me this permission. In other words, you're giving me permission to be your coach, to guide you, to tell you what needs to be done. If so, say yes in the chat. Will you let me be your coach during this session in the next about one hour or so? Thank you, Nixon, saying yes. Otoni saying yes. Agnes also saying yes. Thank you. Thank you. And I can see some people have joined us as we continue. Thank you. I can see the Geraldine saying yes. Yes. Noreen, yes. Jesse, yes. Stella, yes. Thank you. Number 2 question I want to ask is, will you let me or allow me to tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear? Because I am not here for you to like me. I am here to help you. And sometimes the people who are around us, who love us, they don't tell us the hard truth because they want to protect us. But I want to be very candid with you. So are you letting me to tell you the hard truth? If so, say yes, even that. If you hadn't said yes in the first case, you can say yes times 2 to confirm that you're saying yes for the 2 questions. Yeah, I can see who here. Nixon say yes. Stella again say yes. I think those were all one. Yes. Modoni say yes, 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 yes. Noreen say yes. Jabali. Okay, let me just use Jabali. I might not be able to keep on remembering. Is it Geraldine? Or yeah, just yes. Thank you for giving me permission. Because if you don't say yes to these 2 questions, it might be difficult. You might not then find value, but only when you give me that permission. Thank you very much. I can see Moses Okori, you're saying yes on YouTube, following clearly there. I'm very happy. If you have just joined us and you cannot hear us, you're having a challenge with audio, you can follow our YouTube live channel there. We told me saying yes, it's okay. I get that. Moving on. So now that you have given me permission, let me do the work. I'm not crazy when I'm telling you that we have very successful people who have made it even without a degree. This is the late Bob Collymore. At the time of his death, he was at the helm of the most successful company in Eastern Central Africa. Yes, as the CEO. Even at the time of his death, he did not have a degree. Are you aware of that? This is Maina Kageni, a very vocal media personality, still earning a lot of money from employment and still does not have a degree. Same to Jalango. Jalango, I know he graduated just last year, the end of last year. And before he graduated, he had still accrued a lot of success without the degree. And so Churchill, no degree, still very successful. So how did they make it? Let me try to give you my job search story for you to see how it is possible also for you. I started looking for a job back in 2009 when I finished my college. And it was a bit difficult as I was starting, but I was lucky that in 2010, that is when I got my first real job. And according to the Bureau of Statistics, it said that it takes about 10 to 15, not about 3, 4, 5 years for a fresh graduate to be able to secure a job after they graduated, after they finished their college. I was lucky it took me 1 year, but still that 1 year felt like forever. Yeah. But I really sympathize with those people who stay 3, 4, 5 years without a job. It's quite tough. But something happened when I got my first real job. In the next coming year, I got invited for over 10 interviews, almost an interview every month. Unfortunately, I was not securing this job, and I was wondering, why is that so? Then an opportunity presented itself in 2011, and I said, I must seize this moment. This is my dream job. I need to get it. And I went back to look at why was I not getting these other jobs. And I think that is when the idea started coming up, the idea of badass pro skills. Now, how does it work? Typically, you would apply for as many jobs as possible. If you're lucky, you're invited for an interview. If the interviewers like you, they give you the job. But it might not be your dream job, but since you don't have a job, you pick it anyway. But with badass pro skills, these are tried and tested techniques that will give you predictable results. Like you are sure once you use this is what will happen. They work for me. I got my dream job, and I'll give you a story more about that. It also worked for this gentleman called Alexander. This is an email he sent me saying, thank you. I attended a career presentation last time. Monday, I was invited for a position. I was interviewed for the position of liaison officer, Kenya Airways. And Wednesday this week, I got the job. It worked for him. It can equally work for you. So today, I want to share with you these 2 main secrets: how to triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates. And number 2, I want to share with you the secret of how you can be able to negotiate a 6-figure salary. Now, there's something here I want to share with you. Yes, there's a poll here I want to launch. If we did have time for both of these secrets and you really want to learn one, which one would you really want to? So I want you to pick, is it one, how to triumph and overqualified and experienced candidates, or would it be how to negotiate a 6-figure salary? Assuming we don't have enough time to do all of this, but you only have time for this one, which one would you pick? I want to see how the tally will go. So far, number one has more votes. How to triumph overqualified and experienced candidates. I can see negotiating 6-figure salary still has one person. Okay, voting continues. And yeah, about we need a bit, I think 2 more people to vote, or 3 more people. We can be able to finish this one. Imagine we didn't have time for both of them. We only had time for this one. Which one would you really want to know? Is it okay? The votes are in. I think I can end it. And our clear winner is number one, how to triumph over qualified and experienced candidates. It's okay. But the good thing is, maybe I can just share the result. Yeah, you can see most of us wanted to know about this. But anyway, we can still be able to, we have time for both of them. So don't worry, we'll be able to cover both of them. Yeah. So number one, let's start with the first one here. How do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? Yeah. Let me give you a story. Yeah, back when 2011, when I got that opportunity. At that time, I was working back in CIF under the Computer for Schools project, and we were helping setting up computers in schools and helping teachers to use them in students. Yeah. Then an opportunity came here in Nairobi. They were looking for a computer teacher in an international school. I applied, I came for the interview. And after that interview, I felt like I was so sure that I have gotten that job. I traveled back that evening. I remember it was a Friday. Then the next day on Saturday, mid-morning, I was walking towards my house and I received a call. I can remember very well. It was a lady. She called to tell me, thank you very much. You attended the interview yesterday. I'm calling to inform you that we are offering you the job. I was so happy. I almost jumped in the middle of the road out of excitement. But then that afternoon, something a little bit depressing happened, because I got a call from the same number. It was the same lady, and she was calling to inform me that unfortunately they were withdrawing the job offer. And I got a bit confused, and I wondered, why is that so? I asked her. They said it's because they wanted someone who has experience and for some qualification teaching in an international school, and because this was a new campus and they wanted someone at least some experience. Guess what? I had no experience teaching in an international school. I had no experience of the British National Curriculum or the IGCSE exam. And yet I became the best interviewee. So how was I able to do it? And how can you be able to do it? I'll give you 3 tips. I want to tell you this. The moment you get into that interviewing room, you have 3 seconds to be able to show these 3 things. Number one, you should be able to show them that you are as sharp as a tack. Mentally acute, clever, intelligent, mentally alert. That should come straight off the bat the moment you get into that interview group. Number 2, you should show them that you are as enthusiastic as hell, showing and having great excitement in that role, in that company, and in that specific position that you are applying for. And number 3, you should be able to show them that you are an expert, you're knowledgeable, you have the skills that are needed to succeed in that area. These 3 things should come straight off the bat the moment you get into that interviewing room. You might be asking, how do I do this within 3 seconds? The good news is that this is a learnable skill. I learned it, I've taught other people, and they have seen it work for them. Look at these emails that I've been getting as feedback. This is Brian, who was telling me, I'm grateful for your service. I'd like to give you feedback. The CV helped me get 5 interviews. Who get 5 interviews? 3 finance assistant position, 3 finance position. Lucky enough, I managed to secure finance officer job, which I'm starting in January. find attached my the JD to update my CV. See, it worked for Brian. Here's another one. Chep Kurui sent me an email saying, Daniel, thank you for always sharing how to answer questions in an interview. In the beginning of this year, I secured a job that I have been dreaming to be a registry officer. She got her dream job. Now I am one. Thank you. God bless you. Another very happy customer, Jane, saying, dear team, thank you for always writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within a few months. I'm happy for the result. In my current employer was so pleased by my CV in such a way I cannot explain. I went for 4 interviews and still emerged the best. It can equally happen to you. Probably these are some of the questions that you're having at the back of your mind, and that's some of the emails that I got. Someone asked me, how long does it take? I want to tell you, this is a job market. You get paid for the value that you bring into the market. You get paid for being valuable as an individual. However, it takes time to build this value, but you're not paid for the time, but you're paid for the value. What about office politics? I can assure you, office politics is not going anywhere. It will still be there, but I can teach you how can you use office politics to your advantage. How do I convince the management actually that I'm the right candidate? I'm due for promotion. I can take up more responsibilities. This is the wrong question. It's very difficult to have people change their mind, but I can teach you how you can be able to influence the management in making the decision to your favor, because influence is a valuable skill. Do I need to quit my job? Now, I will tell you this. In most cases, no. In some cases, yes, you need to quit your job, but I can help you. Let's look at the red flags that need you to quit your job. Is it possible for me? Yes, I want to tell you, yes, it is possible for you. It has happened to me, to Brian, to Jane, Jeff Crew, all these people. It can equally happen to you. So I'm saying this with a lot of conviction in my heart that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. And I want you to repeat this after me. I want you to say it. Let's say it together. If you're in a place you can say it out loud, please do. If people around you might think you're going cuckoo, just say it quietly with a lot of conviction that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. Yeah, it is very much possible. Now, before I go to question 2, how are we doing? Are you getting value? Are we together? If so, just drop it yes in the chat. Are you getting value? Just say yes. What you're seeing, you're getting something out of it. Are you enjoying the session? Are you learning? Let me know. Just give me some feedback. Just say yes or okay, or how is it? If you want us to proceed, just say yes, let's proceed. Yeah. Remember, I told you this is going to be quite interactive. I don't want it to be a one-way conversation. I don't want to lose you. I can see Nixon saying, yes, Motoin, yes, proceed. Dekwa, you're saying, yes, proceed. That is Jabali again saying, yes, proceed. Good, good, good. Let me see who is here on YouTube, yeah? So that I don't leave you behind. Moses, I can see you are voting for 1. It's okay. And yeah, I can see people are getting good, good, good. I'm happy that you're here, you're sticking in, and you are getting the value. So let's proceed. Let's look at secret number 2, yeah? How do you negotiate a 6-figure salary? When I was trying to prepare for this session, I came across this study that was done by JobBite. Now, JobBite is highly authoritative human resource company, and they say that 84% of salary negotiations always result to a higher pay. And I said, whoa, this is good news. Yeah, this is good news. As in, if you try to negotiate for higher salary, chances of you getting them is very high, 84%. But then the next piece of the information just made me a bit disappointed that only 14% of employees negotiate their salaries in their current job. As in, people wait for them to go to an interview in an external company for them to negotiate their current salary. But in their current job, it's not something that people want to do. And I have a poll here. Yeah, I want to know how many of you have ever tried to negotiate salary in their current job. Let's see if this actually statistic is true, or how it figure out. Have you ever tried to negotiate salary in your current job? If so, say yes. If no, just say no. I want to see which one is more popular, because yeah, we always leave that as a thing of when I'm going to another place. So far, 5 people have voted. Let me see the rest of us. I'll just give you probably a second or two. I might not know who has voted, but Mutoni, myself, Nick, Norid, Stella, with tonology. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Have you ever tried Kiki, Kelly, Agnes? Have you ever tried to negotiate salary in your current job? I know somebody said they don't have a job, yeah, but it's okay. So yeah, just from the result that I'm having here, it's not even a replica of what this guy has found out. 100% of people here have not tried to negotiate their salary in their current job. And you can see how true. But let me tell you, that should not, that is not an opportunity. That is an opportunity that you have lost, but it shouldn't be that way. So let's see, how do you negotiate for a higher salary? Number one, I would say anyone who is confident enough to try usually succeeds. So it starts with confidence. Yeah. If you're confident enough to try, you will succeed. No doubt about that. And the second thing is you need to take these 3 tips that I'm about to share on top of the confidence, because it starts with confidence. Number one, it sounds so simple. You might think, oh, is this a tip? But yes, you need to know the salary that you want before you start negotiating for the salary. Number of times I've been in an interviewing room, someone says they want more salary, and I ask them how much, and they say more. I ask them what is more. Right now you're earning 50,000, we will give you 50,000 and a shilling on top. Isn't that more? They say, no, you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. You need to be very clear on how much do you want. And this figure is not just an arbitrary figure. It's not just 150, 200,000, but it should be based on your value, based on your worth. So the question is, do you know your value? Do you know your worth? Once you are clear on your value and what your worth is in the marketplace, the next thing is to make the company realize your value. Don't assume they know. Most people are so much concerned with their own affairs, they really don't care about others. So you assuming they know, you might be so much concerned about your own affairs, you think everybody knows your value. No, make them know what is your worthwhile. What is your meaningful contribution? What do they stand to lose if you're no longer there? If you're not there, or the fact that you're there, what is it that you're bringing on the table? And number 3, you should be able to have comparables to be able to justify your higher salary. For example, do you know how much someone like you with experience just like you in your industry, on average, how much should they be paid? Because if you don't have these comparables, and we have tools out there that can give you, I know people don't say their salary left, right, center publicly, but we have tools that I'll share with you that can help you get to know this salary, right? Now, I want to check out this email I was sent by one of my clients called Julius. He was telling me, greetings this evening. I'm writing to appreciate your work. It is barely 2 months after I used your reviewed CV. I am glad that I have landed 2 jobs. I have taken the one that I preferred, and I'm working towards completing my course monitoring and evaluation. Thank you, Career Point Solutions. You're the best. So this gentleman took a course with us, barely 2 months, got 2 jobs, and has to pick one and let go the other. Another one here, this is Lawrence. Tell us, I'm happy to inform you that after you guys reviewed my resume, I received 3 different calls for interviews within a span of 24 hours. Within a span of 1 week, I attended all the interviews. Fortunate enough, I secured all the 3 jobs. This was after a pregnant search for a job for 1 whole year. I only had the difficult task choosing which one to go for, but eventually I opted for one and politely declined the other 2. Thanks greatly. Please convey my gratitude to the entire team. This is a gentleman got 3 jobs in a span of 1 week. Now, I want to ask you a question. Imagine that you get 2, 3, 4 jobs, and you have to pick one and let go the other. Yeah. What criteria will you use to decide, I'll take job A and I'll let job B go? In a word or 2, and I want you to be very frank. Yeah. So I'll wait for you to put in your answers in the chat. I want you to tell me, if you were to pick a job and let go another one, what criteria will you use? In a word or 2, what will be the main thing that you'll be using to decide, I want this job? I want you to be very honest. I want you to be very frank. Set it in the chat. I will call it out if you're just being modest. You know, some people who like to be modest and say some good reasons. I don't want you to give good reasons. I want you to give the real reason. What will you use to decide which job to go for? Let me wait and see who is saying. Very good. There is a Winston Tony. Hope I got it right. You're talking about work-life balance. Okay, that's a good answer. I don't want to say it is a lie, but you're just being modest. What key thing? Okay, here they come. Very frank, on the point. Noreen, you're saying salary and benefits. Stella Ndegwa, the salary and team. Kitili, career growth and opportunity. Salary. I like the fact that the word salary is there. Yeah, most people will make the decision on salary. Lynette, salary. There's a Jabali, firm with a strong organization structure. Okay, that is being modest, I would say. But anyway, there's no right or wrong answer. But I want to say this. Most people don't want to talk about salary, and salary plays a very, very big part. Agnes, flexibility, allowance, pension, career growth, salary. Apart from flexibility, all of the rest is just talking about money. Yeah, allowance, pension, career growth is also about money. In other words, you want to be paid more next time. Yeah, and the salary, etc. Thank you, Jesse, talking about salary. And it's okay. And don't feel bad, Kelly, salary for me. Thank you. This was a study that was done by Finance Online, and they found out 49% of professionals, to them, the most important consideration in accepting a new job offer includes compensation. And you can see work-life balance is important. Someone mentioned about it. Yeah, 9%. And we'll talk about it because especially in this day and age of mental health, you really need to take care of your mental health. And one of it is how do you balance work and life, and also professional development, which is somehow saying you want to grow so that next time you can be paid more. And nothing wrong with that. And that is why I want you to be very comfortable talking about money. Nixon, you talk about salary. Thank you. Let's be comfortable talking about money. And maybe this is the reason why most people here have never tried to negotiate salary in their current job. Yeah. So let's say this, and I'm saying this with a lot of conviction again. It is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it 100%. And I want you to repeat this after me. If you can say it out loud, as we said earlier, it is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. I truly believe that, right? Probably these are some of the questions that are running in your head. Yeah. How do I network with the right people? Let me tell you this. According to LinkedIn, 85% of high-paying jobs are gotten through networks. And yes, you can apply as much as you want, but if you really want to get this, it's called the hidden job bucket. It's about networking. And LinkedIn is one of the places that you can start networking with the right people. What matters most? Is it experience or qualification? Okay. Now, this is where I'll tell you the real hard truth. And I sometimes get a bit fired up when I'm answering this, because I'll say this. This is an excuse-seeking kind of question. This is a question where you are looking for a place to blame, not to take responsibility. Because whenever someone asks me the question and I say it is experience, it's like, oh, I knew it. I don't have the experience. No wonder I'm not getting this job. When I say it is qualification, oh, it's because I want someone with a degree, with a master's. That's why I'm not getting this job. But I want to tell you this. Stop hiding. None of this is true, more important than the other. If you have experience, use it to your advantage. If you have qualifications, use that to your advantage. Don't just let it be. Yeah. How do I balance work and personal life? Yeah, this is very important. And I think somebody mentioned, I think I'll be able to share with you, because the higher the salary, the higher the position you get, the more is demanded from you. And if you're not careful, you might end up not having this kind of balance and have those mental health issues. Yeah. Am I too young? Am I too old? Now, this is again an escapist kind of question. If you're young, use that to your advantage. If you're old, use it to advantage. That's what I would say. Stop looking for an excuse. Stop saying, I'm not getting this job because I'm old. I'm not getting this job because I'm young. There's nothing like that. Look at this email I got from Bilshan. He was telling me, yeah, I recently landed my first consultancy with a few Kenya after heading out to your well laid out youth-friendly advice. He calls it youth-friendly. To me, to them, I am youthful. He's older than me. But the age, does it matter? It is the results. Did he get the results? Yes. So stop hiding behind the age thing. It's an excuse. How do I measure, track, and evaluate my progress? I think this is one of the very insightful questions I saw. And I want to say this. It is so sorry. And I feel bad when I see someone 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, only to realize that they took the wrong career direction. Not so good. I'll give you the tools on how to measure and track. Yeah. How do I fix myself in the succession plan? Okay. I would say this is the same thing I talked about, learning about influence. You can influence and fix yourself in that succession plan. I know some companies have succession plan, but you can learn how to influence and get into that plan. What are the qualities of a person who is worth 6 figures? Oh, I like that. 6 qualities. Actually, BADAS is an acronym, BADS, and I will explain shortly. Those are the qualities, yeah? Someone asked, how do I get started? Thank you for the question. I'm about to share with you how you get started. Thank you very much. I can see, Agnes, you're asking what about in government? Okay, where there's a salary scheme, it might be difficult, but ask yourself then, what do you need to do to get to that other level? Expound more on network with the right people, especially in civil service. Okay, I'll talk about that in networking, because I know people in government, sometimes they feel as if they have limited options and they fall back on the security thing. But I think they leave out so many opportunities on the table. And I'll talk more about that. Yeah, thank you, Agnes. Let me just finish this. So I want to say this, or I want to ask you this. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe you can get to the 6-figure salary? If so, say, yes, I believe, in the chat. And I want you to commit, yeah? If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe that you can get that 6-figure salary? If so, say yes in the chat. I want to see how many people believe, and I'll wait. Yes, I know some others are following on YouTube. Thank you very much, Moses. You have been consistent. I can see your yes. I can see here Nixon saying, yes, I believe. Jabali, yes. There's Kitili, Leonard, yes. Lucia, Karibusana, yes, just yes. Thank you. It starts with having that belief. Because if you don't believe, it becomes very difficult. But it starts with a belief. And I'm happy that you have that belief right now. And to help you get there, it's this program called the BADAS Pro. I define my own destiny. So let me do this. I can see we are still within time. So I want to ask, is it okay for me to take about 10 minutes, explain to you what this BADAS Pro is all about? I define my own future, and how this program can help you get to that 6-figure salary. If so, say yes, it's okay in the chat. I'm actually asking for your permission. Is it okay for me to take 10 minutes? I can explain this, and then after that, I'll come back and I'll answer all the questions that you have. So give me permission, say yes, it's okay, I can proceed. Tell us about BADAS Pro. Then for only 10 minutes, then we can continue. Motoni, you're saying it's okay. Jesse, yes, it's okay. Lynette, yes, it's okay. Thank you very much for your permission. I can see Kelly, you're saying yes, okay. Jabali, you're saying it's okay. On YouTube, who is here? I think I saw, yeah, I can see Moses, your question, how can I get job with international NGOs without having experience with the, okay, I'm getting there. Actually, this will help you, Moses Okori. Exactly that question I'll be able. Thank you for giving me permission. I can see, yes, it's okay. So let me just take 10 minutes and then I can be able to proceed. So when I'm talking about this BADAS Pro program, let me say this. BADAS is an acronym, and I'm very proud when I say I am a BADAS Pro. Pro standing for professional, and BADAS is an acronym, and these are the qualities of someone who is worth 6 figures. B standing for someone who is bold, authentic, someone who is courageous, someone who is audacious. They will do what needs to be done. An individual who is authentic. They are true to themselves. They are true to their potential. They know what they are capable of. An individual who is driven. They have that inner drive. They don't need to be supervised or constantly looked at. They have the inner motivation. An individual who is aggressive. In this day and age, nothing will be given to you. We need individuals who are aggressive and they grab what they believe is theirs. You're not just being aggressive, but also assertive at the same time. An individual who's skilled. Remember that question, is it experience or qualification that matters most? Actually, what matters is skills. You can either get your skills from experience, you can get your skills from your qualification or your education, but the key thing is to be skilled. You need to have the skills. I think it is Robert Greene who said, the future belongs to those people who have the right skills and can be able to combine them in a creative way. You need to have the skills. And finally, an individual who is self-assured. They are confident of themselves. So a badass pro is an individual who is bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured. Now, when you join the program, this is our motto. This is our war cry. We say, I am a badass pro. I define my own future. I create my own luck. I am confident, but not cocky, quiet, but not silent, competitive, and aggressive. I take 100% responsibility. I never give up. And that is what defines a badass pro. If you decide to join this program today, what are you going to get? You're going to get 6 weeks of what we call the Badass Pro coaching program. The value of the program is about 100,000. I'm not saying that is what I'm charging here, but the value that you get out of it is about 100,000. So in a nutshell, this is what you expect from the 6 weeks coaching. Week 1, we'll talk about how do you get started and then become unstoppable. Getting you into momentum, which is the most important thing. Week number 2, we'll look at how do you get to know your worth? How much should you be paid? Like, do you know how much you should be paid right now? Because once we identify the baseline, we can be able to plan and see how we can increase your value. Remember, you need to quote based on your value. Week number 3, we'll look at how you can build your confidence and competence. Remember, we said anyone who is confident enough will succeed. But confidence also goes hand in hand with competency. The more confident you are, the more competent you become. The more competence you get, the more confidence you get, right? So I had, is it Marcus Garvey who said, in this race of life, without confidence, you're defeated twice. Week number 4, we look at how do you build networking? How do you build and become a master in communication, influence, and networking? Yes, I know, Agnes, you asked about networking. So in this week, I'll take you down. Where do you get these networks? How do you utilize them? How do you also get this influence? Because that is what really helps people network, connect, and grow in their careers. I'm here to see someone who is very successful, and they're only within that same circle that they had 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Week number 5, we'll look at how you can be able to track and evaluate your progress. I'll give you the tools so that 5, 10 years down the road, you don't find that you took the right direction. You keep on tracking and evaluating in the course of. And week number 6, in your specific case, we'll look at how do you negotiate a 6-figure salary. Now, on top of that, the 6 weeks coaching program, you'll also get one of our professional certification, which is about 100,000 in value, not the cost, but the value. Now, somebody asked, how do you get into the NGOs, international organization, even without experience? Number 1 is by getting the right skills. And that is why I will offer you one of these certifications for free. On top of that, you get project management or project monitoring and evaluation. There's strategic management and leadership. There's fundraising and resource mobilization. Yeah, one of these courses will help you get into the NGO world. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you get one of the certification. You also get professional CV writing. I know some of you have already gotten professional CV writing from us, and you can see the difference it brings when you're applying for a job. Yeah. Now look at this. Most of us have CVs, but let me just try to define what a professional CV is. It is a document that you're using to market yourself. Think about any product, any company. They have a service. They will use billboard, TV, radio, magazine, newspapers, you name it, brochures. But you and me don't have the luxury of putting up a billboard about ourselves. So what we use? A professional CV. And we need to be very clear on what is it that we are selling. We're selling our skills, we're selling our capabilities, qualifications, and experience to the employer. And how you put it across. really matters. It's not what, not just facts and figures on that document. According to a very famous research, it has been found that it takes about 6 seconds for a hiring manager to decide if they're going to read through your CV or not. Does your CV pass this 6-second test? I want you to take a look at this. This is one of the most common layout I've seen. This is a CV of a gentleman called Daniel Mutuku. He's Kenyan, male, married, date of birth. Now, I want you to look at this, maybe 6 seconds or less, and answer this question. What can this person do? That is the question that the hiring manager is asking whenever they are going through your CV. What can this person do? And basically, from this, it's not telling us anything. We give this person benefit of doubt. We say, let's read through her job description, the career objective. Now, I have picked some career objectives from people's CVs, probably even from your CV, yeah? And I put them here. These are very common objectives. And I want you to, as we read them through, yeah, ask yourself, do these career objectives resemble mine? Maybe in tone or in style or even word for word. I am seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. What can this person do? As a matter of fact, this statement is very selfish. You're telling the employer what you want to gain from them rather than what you're bringing on board. I'm seeking challenging opportunities where I can fully use my skills for the success of the organization. I get good wording, but still say nothing. I want to succeed in a stimulus and challenging environment, which will provide me with advancement opportunities. Okay, good thinking, but being selfish. I want to excel in this field with hard work, perseverance, and dedication. Still not saying. I would say this. If you have this section of career objective in your CV, get rid of it. It is not adding any value. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you get professional CV writing, you get one of this professional certification, we also give you sample cover letters. So far, the value you're getting out of these programs, it's about 205. Yeah. You know, when it comes to cover letter, this is a highly specific position, application letter for a specific position. Assuming that this is a job description, random job description I picked for an accountant. And I saw some of the responsibilities, if you're to work here as an accountant, would be to review and establish proper accounting systems, support budget and focusing activities, and also liaising with internal and external auditors. If this is you, if you can be able to do this, somewhere in your cover letter, you should have a statement that reads like this. I have the ability to review and establish proper accounting system. In my previous employment at ABC, I was involved in liaising with internal and external auditors, such that when someone reads this, they feel like, yeah, this is the person we are looking for. Yeah, and it's very, very important. Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching, guess what? We're giving you one of the certification, we're giving you professional CV writing, we're giving you sample cover letters, and we are giving you a LinkedIn profile guide. Now, in this day and age, you cannot afford not to have an optimized profile on LinkedIn. You know why? Because this is the biggest professional networking platform. You can use this platform for networking and also for getting jobs. Unlike your CV, which is in your flash disk, in your computer, in your email, a LinkedIn profile guide is a living CV. It is working for you even when you are asleep. People are looking out your profile. They are evaluating if you fit a position or not, even without applying. And what does your profile actually talk about you? What does it say about you? Look at this email I got from, this is Salim. He was saying, Daniel, I would like to thank you for your LinkedIn profile guide. Thank you for your guidance on how to make my LinkedIn account look more professional. I have been approached by a potential employer and I am due for an interview next Wednesday. The guy was not looking for a job. The job was looking for him. And he got it. Another one here, I didn't help her, but she mentioned this and I thought it was important for me to talk about it. She talks about March 2021. I posted my very first LinkedIn post to the market to market myself for a job. I was not really sure whether I would eventually have a positive outcome from this, but I kept my head high. Got called for interviews almost every day last week, and this yielded me a job. Thank you, guys. Yes, guys, I have a job now. Now, you can see within a week, she got a job. So don't underutilize or don't underestimate the ability of using LinkedIn. Oof, more and more. 6 weeks of coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, interview coaching, also in the mix. So far, value about 110. No, when we talk about interview coaching, we prepare you when you're going for an interview in terms of how do you answer questions in an interview. Because I'll tell you this, 99.99% of the interviews that you go to, the first question will be, tell us about yourself. And how you answer that question will set up the pace for the rest of the interview. But you know how to answer it. Other questions that you expect. Why should we hire you? Why are you leaving your previous job? How much should we pay you? And all those, we will guide you on how to answer those questions. So in total, the value you're getting out of this program is about 210,000, which is 6 weeks of coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. Now that you know what is in the Badass Pro, my question to you, are you ready to become a Badass Pro? If so, say yes in the chat. Are you ready to become a Badass Pro? If you're ready to be that bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, and self-assured individual, say yes in the chat if you're ready. I can see Kilili Leonard, very ready. He's saying, yeah, he's ready. Who else here? And Moses, I hope you also got to understand how you can get there. Oh, people are typing. More Mutoni saying yes. Jesse, yes. Nixon, yes. Oh, people are ready to become a Badass Pro. There's the legend on YouTube saying, yes, you're ready. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. So let me show you. Moses, also you're saying, yes, you're ready to become that Badass Pro. Now you have, I had two choices when I was, Noreen, Kelly, yes, I'm ready. Oh, I had not seen this. Nixon, Kelly. When I was trying to look at how then do I price this program so that I can be able to help you, I had two choices. And the first choice I had was to go cheap and get as many people as possible. And I said, whoa, this is a good option. I can pick on this. But the second option that I had was ask for a slightly higher investment. And I will dedicate more time and effort to guarantee your success. Out of these two options, I decided to go with the second one, whereby I will ask you for a slightly higher investment and dedicate more time and effort to guarantee what? Your success. The program only goes for 24,999, or you can pay it in 3 monthly installments of 9,999. You get a 6 weeks coaching, certification, professional CV, cover letter, LinkedIn, and interview coaching. Absolutely no excuse for you not to take action. You know why? Because there's a 100% money back guarantee. If you join the program and 30 days into the program, you don't get exactly what I've said you will get, let me know. No question asked. We'll refund your money. Now, right there, you have two choices. Which one will you pick? The first option is to do nothing. Not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. And the second option you have is to be open-minded. Take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. Out of these two options of doing nothing and being open-minded, which one is going to be easier for you? So I don't want you to drop that in the chat. Just have it at the back of your mind. From research, it said it takes about 24 hours. For example, as much as you have learned tonight, if in the next 24 hours you don't take action, and taking action, I don't mean just paying for the program. Even thinking about your CV, think about how to answer questions in an interview, looking at your LinkedIn and what does it show and doing some adjustment here and there. If you don't take action within the next 24 hours, chances of you taking action thereafter drops almost to zero. So my question to you is, what will you do? I want you to do something between today. Right now, it is 8:25. By tomorrow, 8:25 p.m., at least do something based on what you have learned today. There are two types of people in this world and also in this workshop here. The first kind of the type of people are those who get an opportunity to change their lives. And actually, they agree with everything that I've said. You can see what I've shared and how it is applicable in your life. But guess what? These kind of people, they do nothing. Yes, they do nothing. And the other type of people are those who take action and define their own futures. Out of these two types of people, those who do nothing and those who take action and define their own future. Which type are you? Which type are you? Don't drop in the chat. Just have that at the back of your mind. Now, I want to answer any question, but if you want to get in touch with me, my email is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke. You want to know more about the Badass Pro program, just head over to careerpoint.co.ke/Badass. But before I leave, I have a small one more thing. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, I want to give you all the 4 certifications. Yeah, there's the 6 weeks coaching, there's this Badass Pro, and getting all these 4 certifications. That is the project management, monitor evaluation, strategic management, leadership. And on top of that, I want to give you a t-shirt written the Badass Pro. Actually, I can get it. Just a minute. This is live. Yeah. So I have a t-shirt for you. These are people who joined the Badass Pro just like you on a night like this when I announced this. You get yourself a t-shirt. Let me actually, can I stop sharing so that hopefully you can see me clearly? Yes, you get yourself a t-shirt called the Badass Pro. I'm a Badass Pro. And on top of the t-shirt, I will also give you a notebook written, I am a Badass Pro. I define my own future. And on a night like this, some people decided to take action. Let me see. Yeah, here they are. So many. This is it Helen in Kitui, Winfred in Bungoma. This is Scholastica in Kikuyu, Wilfred in Kiambu. Yeah, this is Clara, Nairobi West. Is this Irene? This is even sometimes the names disappear, but I know she's is it Gatondo? Yes. Willie in Nairobi West. Here's Francis in Mombasa. This is okay. So many of them. Sometimes I get even mixed up, but you can equally take action today. And all I'm giving you is this offer. Now, this offer is valid until Monday. And on a Monday, we start the coaching program. But if you want to get all the 4 certification, at least before 9 p.m., before we close this live broadcast, I want you to make at least the first deposit of 9,999 through the till number 715732. Once you make that payment, drop it in the chat. Let me know you have made the payment. I will secure for you 6 weeks of coaching, 4 certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile, all of this for only making that first deposit. Yeah, the whole program is still 24,999, but you make that deposit, you'll be able to get all the coaching. But if you start, maybe you pay tomorrow or on Friday or Saturday, you will get one as we start on Monday. Is that okay? Oh, I can see Lee was saying they are ready to become a Badass Pro. Anyone with any question? You have any question? Drop it in the chat. I want to answer any question you might have. But before, let me just say this. I still have a lot I want to teach you. Yeah, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. I just wanted to talk about the Badass Pro, but I also teach you some stuff here. I learned this from Warren Buffett. He says, the best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. And the reason why he says so, because here is where you get the highest return on investment. For every shilling you decide to invest in yourself today, it will give you 30 shillings return over time. That is a 3,000% return on investment. Where else can you get such kind of an investment? It's only when you decide to invest in yourself. I learned this rule from Brian Tracy. It's called the 10-10 rule. Yeah, it says we have been brought up in a society where we take 10% of our income and tithe it. And he suggests, why not take another 10% and tithe it to ourselves? We tithe to help other people. Let's tithe it to ourselves and help ourselves. This is where you get the money to fund your personal development, because that is the biggest investment you can ever have. And that is where you get the highest return on investment. This is an opportunity for you to invest in yourself. Start off with the first installment of 9,999 through the till number 715732. you get the 6 weeks coaching, and you get all the 4 certification. If you pay between now and 9, I'm waiting to see in the chat who pays. I also have my team here. They will let me know whoever pays. You get all the 4 certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. And also, if you have any question, please let me know also in the chat. But I also want to look at this. This is an email I got from Lucy, one of our clients. She said this: "Dear Daniel, I cannot be grateful enough for the Badass Pro training that came with a professionally made CV and sample cover letters. In a span of 2 months, I have managed to get 4 interviews from very reputable international NGOs, such as ILRI, One Acre, among others. With my new CV and cover letters samples that I customized to suit various jobs, I am now very confident to apply for jobs in the UN agencies, and honestly, I am hopeful and confident that that is my next employer. For quite a long time, I hadn't been receiving interview invitation. It is no longer the case anymore. Thanks a lot. God bless you for the good work and always being ready to help." There's a lady called Lucy, joined the program. Her mind got blown off, right? And I want you to also get started with this mind-blowing program, and don't let it go. Yeah. How would you feel? Let me just ask you this. How would you feel if you are passed on a promotion because you did not have the right skills? It's so sad. It happens day out. How would you feel if the person next to you gets a big break because they understood networking and you didn't? Don't let that be the hindrance that is holding you back. On the flip side, how would you feel if a time like this, next year, you're debt-free, you're living in your dream home and planning your next vacation? Yes, it is possible for you, only if you decide to take action today. Let me tell you this: your action is to go ahead and make that at least the first deposit, and you get all the coaching. It is said, as the lion is the king of the jungle, yeah, it rules the jungle. The eagle, as it flies and soars in high skies, unless it takes action, it will die of hunger. And this is your opportunity to take action. Don't just be there. If the lion doesn't hunt, it will die of hunger. You know, it said, and I truly believe that the universe conspires to make dreams come true to those who take action. And I want you to take that action, make that first deposit, 9,999, get all the 6 weeks coaching, the 4 certification. I will be able to send you your t-shirt wherever you are. We send it through G4S, and your notebook. It will get to you immediately, right? So let me see. Anyone with a question here before I proceed? Any question? Any question? We are good? Okay, let me mention this as we then finish up, yeah? I learned this from Jim Rohn. Don't evaluate something based on how much it costs, but always evaluate something based on how much it is worth. Don't say this program is too expensive. You're looking at the cost. Look at what is it worth. As in, once you go through it and it changes your life, you get your dream job, a 6-figure salary. What is it really worth? Actually, when you're looking at the worth, it's asking yourself, what does it cost me not joining it? Not joining this program. What is it costing me? Staying where I'm at, being jobless, staying at that job which I don't like, and I want to know what my real potential is. That is what it's costing you. Don't evaluate something by what it is costing, but what it is worth. And the other thing is, I know you guys here, you have big goals, right? Let the size of your goal be equal to the size of the investment that you put in yourself, because that's the only way you can be able to achieve those goals. Let the size of the investment be the size, let the size of your goals be the size of your investment. The smaller the investment, the smaller the goals that you will achieve. This is your opportunity. Make that payment, make the leap. I'm here to help you. Are we okay? Are we good? Everything okay? I can't see any question. Okay, I have more to share because we still have time. Let me not hurry up, yeah? I want to make sure by the time you leave this session, the next, let's say 10 minutes tops, you will have gotten something, yeah? I learned this thing called the E to E ratio, which is about entertainment and education. And it said the top 5 highly successful % of the population They take 95% of the time in education and only 5% in entertainment. Start educating yourself. Self-education is the new education, not the degrees and the masters that you get that are very theoretical. Yeah. Where do you think you will get the time you need just to be very deliberate with your time? I can give you some suggestion. Create a morning and evening routine, just 10 minutes before you sleep. Go through the course, read something. Commute hours. We spent about 2 hours per day. That is 2 hours times 250 working days. That is a 500 hours in a year, which you can use for personal development, or just use your before and after working hours. I'm not asking you to steal from your employer at the time. Yeah. So that is the offer. You will never be 100% ready when an opportunity arises. So what do? Just do it. Just do it. The moment you're feeling some fear in yourself, I want to tell you this: the greatest fear carries the greatest growth. And if you're there, you're afraid, you don't know what to do, what to take next action, I want to tell you that's a good thing. It's good to feel the fear. But courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting despite the fear, right? So that fear is an indication that you're about to go outside your comfort zone. But on your comfort zone, you will never grow. We all agree that. And this is actually how it works. On your comfort zone, you're safe, you're in control, low risk, low return. But when you want to stretch, to grow, you will face some fear. And what happens when you're in the fear zone? You're feeling low in confidence. You're looking for excuses why you shouldn't take action. You are wondering what others will say about you. That I just met this guy on the internet, I listened to him and I paid. That is the fear zone. You have two options if you're feeling that fear. You can either go past the fear to the learning zone, where you'll start facing new challenges, you will start solving the problems, you will start acquiring new skills, and you will extend your comfort zone, or you can retreat back to your comfort zone. But if you continue the learning, it will get you to the growth zone, where you find purpose in life, you live your dreams, you set new goals and you achieve them, and you conquer your objectives. Thank you very much. I've been told, is it Robert? Someone by the name of Robert has made the first deposit, which is good. And I'm here to serve you. If you're there, you're interested, let me know in the chat. If you have any question, I'll be able to answer it. I think, yeah. So as we finish up, yeah, by the way, this is the certificate that we offer. This is how it looks for the monetary evaluation, saying your name right there. This person has been formally assessed, evaluated, and demonstrate knowledge. For demonstrating knowledge and skills to monitoring and evaluating projects using result-based management, and has been awarded a certificate. So that is it. Yeah, you get that. So as I finish, I remember I had asked this question, so I want to ask it in a different way. Hopefully, I've been able to deliver on my promise of coaching you and telling you the hard truth. So the question is, if you said both, a yes to both of these questions, do you want this to be the end, or do you want this to be the beginning? Because you make that decision now. If you are happy with what you have gotten, we can end this conversation and say, have a good night and good readers. Or you can say, whatever you have done to me, that is just the beginning of this conversation. I want you to continue coaching me. I want you to be my guide. And you can be able to do that by joining the program. Make at least that deposit, 9,999. Once you make that, between now and we still have like 20 minutes. But if not, you pay it later, then you will need to pay. You'll only get one of the certification. That is it. That's my time. I think I will finish up there. But before I finish, one more question to you. What have you learned? What would you say is your greatest takeaway? I want you to type that in the chat. And as I read that, we will close it. Please don't leave yet. I know some people have already left, but I have one more question. What have you learned? I want you to take your time to tell me what is your greatest takeaway. What have you taken out of this session? Jesse, I know you have been with me throughout since the beginning. Jabali, Kelly, there's Lynette, Nixon, Noreen, myself. Okay. What would you say is your greatest takeaway? What have you learned? I will maybe, if you have made it, type it in. and then we can call it a day. Otherwise, I'm very excited. I'm very happy to have you on board. Join the program and we can make a very big difference. Thank you very much. I can see there's Moses who has consistently been following us on YouTube. Thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, share it with your friends. I can see also there's Elijah who saying, yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. You have also joined us on YouTube. I appreciate that. And by the way, if you're still there, you can still check out, you can follow this conversation later on YouTube. Check some of the insights that are there, and also make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. Is there anything, hopefully you are typing, yeah? Let me see if there's anything that was coming here in the chat that you can say that was your greatest lesson. Okay, I think, was it Jabali, or I need to check the first, some of these where you posted your name. Okay, quite, I might not. Geraldine, yeah, Geraldine, that is the word I was looking for. Thank you very much for your comment. You're saying to stop the escapism thinking. Yes, stop thinking about a way to escape from the reality. Take responsibility, right? I like that, Geraldine. Thank you very much. Noreen, you have learned my goals should be equal to the investment I make. Yes, and not just any kind of investment, investing in yourself. How you invest in yourself, that is how big your goals should be, is the size of the investment. Thank you. Nixon, you have taken away that the best investment you can ever do is to invest in me. Yes, the best investment is to invest in yourself. Thank you. Lynette, you have learned that confidence is key to taking action, to invest in ourselves. Oof, I think I did my job. I'm happy you have gotten that. I really like that. And until next time, we have another session. I'm looking forward for you joining us, and I will be very happy. I can see also Mary Waitaka, you have joined us on YouTube. Great, say you're also partaking. We are through this session, and until next time, I'm out. We will keep in touch, right?